Hello, this is Decoy with another video. This is modding made simple. Stop dying. If your weapons have ever felt weak, you just aren't doing any kind of damage, and no one's dying fast enough, you're probably not really doing anything wrong. You're just missing one thing: modding. Most new players in Warframe hit a point where enemies suddenly feel tanky, they've got health, they're weapon sponges, and your weapons just feel weak and you're not really sure what to do. The game doesn't really explain it. In this video, I'm going to show you how to mod your weapons using early game gear so you can actually deal damage, especially as a new player, and you can stop struggling. So I'm using beginner weapons like the Bratton, the Lotto, and the bow. What I'm about to go over, you can do it on any weapon, but if you're brand new, these are three of the easiest weapons to obtain. I'm going to be testing in the Simulacrum so you can see the difference. You can get the Simulacrum through Cephalon simaris at any relay by doing standing. I think the key is 50,000. You don't need it, but it's definitely kind of an easy way to test your damage output. I'm also using, the weapons are all at their max capacity. There is no Orokin catalyst or reactor installed, so I don't have one of these, so that whatever I put on here you will understand. But let's go ahead, and with nothing installed on anything, I'm just gonna do a little test here. So yeah, I'm doing damage on level 20s, which is about Mars mid-level, but that's two enemies that and I'm using the Bratton, so that's a lot of reloading. And then if I switch to the Lotto, it's a little harder, but then I gotta reload. And then if we take out the bow, hold on, I'll just make it. So the melee, yeah, the melee is much more efficient, but that's kind of how Warframe is. Your melee is kind of there to help back you up. And obviously, I have the AI turned off, so they're not attacking me. So if you imagine this, they're attacking me, and I'm trying to do all this while not dying. Anyway, let's go back over. We'll start with the Bratton. Now, you can actually click on these and it'll come up with what you want, so that, you know, these are all your status. Those other two that I showed you, impact, all that. You can do it for like accuracy, reload, magazine, fire rate. I don't think you can do it for trigger because it's auto, and you can't do total. But what you really want to make sure you have is you want serration. You want it because it increases all of these. Now, you might be someone who's decided, oh, cool, like slash, and then you put this on here. But that really only affects the slash category, whereas serration affects them all. Now, that has that little symbol in the top. Some weapons will have a matching, which lowers how much. Like if I go to enhance this, you see how that number in the top hand corner goes up. I don't want to upgrade a mod all the way. One, it costs endo and credits, which you might not have a ton of, but you also want to make sure you're putting it in. So we're going to go ahead, and because it's serration and it's a good thing to have, I'm going to do 3 times. Okay, so now it's 7, but it does plus 60 damage. Now I'm just going to test that directly on one path of enemies. Let's see how this goes. Much better. I'm not even done with my whole mag, and I'm on to that. So let's go and add. So another thing, every weapon, I'm only going to go over this briefly. Every weapon has, so 6% status, 1.6 times critical, and then 12% critical damage. As you go in the game, these numbers get bigger and bigger, So this number will be either dramatically bigger or smaller than status, which means that's the direction you want to take. But for now, you're at the beginning. I would just focus on damage. So I'm going to say I want heat included. So I've got... Oh, I don't have anything low enough. That's okay. We'll put on that. That adds 23 damage of heat, which is great for early star chart. I mean, like almost halfway through. I think I'll introduce you guys to the first kind of... Heat and viral is always a good idea. Whether they have shields or not, heat strips armor and viral starts to kill. So we'll just go ahead and do this as the Bratton build for now. You can try other formulas, but I would stay away from anything that adds impact, slash, because those things they're great early on, but as you get further along the star chart, they're irrelevant. So let's try. Oh, yeah. I can't even hit the enemy behind him, but... That's a wealth of difference. Now, the mods I'm using, Serration, that it's easy to get. It drops quite frequently. Wildfire, these three are a little bit more complicated. You might have this, though. If you wanted to go with heat, you'll probably have Hellfire in your inventory. I would go with that. Let's go to Lotto, and Lotto has a bigger crit chance. So again, there's a base damage mod. On rifles, it's Serration. On Hornet Strike, or on pistols, it's Hornet Strike. So I'm gonna do one more on here because I don't have any matching polarity, and then I'm gonna see if I have a heat. Cool, I have a heated charge, and we're just going to leave it at that. And then we are going to do the critical chance to increase that. Oh, wait, I clicked on the wrong thing. Yes, I do. And I have a target cracker. So we're going to do 2 on here. 2 on here. And we'll do 2 on there because I would be running with this, and I would just, until you get the potato that everyone calls, or you get an Orokin Catalyst, this would be kind of what you're running. If you don't have them at the moment and you're still trying to get stuff done. Let's see. This is the enemies on Mars. Let's go ahead. Let's raise them to 30. Just because the Rolado was already hitting harder than the Bratton. So let's see. Let's switch to it. So, as you can see, sometimes it works. You get that critical chance, that 1.2k, and it just drops them. You don't have to work so hard. Now, one quick thing I did not know. Most enemies can take critical damage. It doesn't necessarily mean you can trigger it by hitting them in the head. So there are some enemies that just don't have a head, so sometimes it's better to go with the status chance. So on the bow, you're going to have this. So the one thing with melee weapons is that once you upgrade this already brings up your capacity. I don't have this in here, so having this helps. So what we are going to do, sorry about the screen flashing, I'm trying to get that fixed. We're going to do Fury, and then we're going to also do... I want to do a viral combo. And I'm going to use this. And that's going to automatically give me viral. And let me see if I have a pressure point that I can fit on here. Pressure point is the melee version. Ah, perfect. It has the right number of modifications. So I still have 15 left. So let's see. Is there anything else that I think will be worth it? I mean, the main goal right now is to keep it simple. Is to not... Let's see. So this could increase my critical chance, but You know what? I might go for that heat proc. You know, the getting the enemies to burn. There we go. Doing more damage and understanding modding. Yeah, so I'm already just... They're done. I mean, remember, as you get further in the game, you're not going to be able to just line up headshots all the time. Enemies are going to be stronger, they're going to be moved, there's going to be more of them, and they're going to be more... They're not going to be so much like stormtroopers that, you know, can't hit you when they aim. They can aim and they can hit you. So you want to be able to shoot back. You have Hellfire and Serration, you're great. And then you can add Slash, Impact, whatever you want for now. Like Crash Course or something if you want to. Or if you want to go the damage route, you can. I'm just saying, if you've got Serration, do this. Last tip for all of your weapons every time, even your Warframe, because I'm going to be doing a Warframe modding video as well. And I'll reiterate it in there too. Do not forget about those polarity numbers. Because if I go, oh, I can't upgrade anything anymore. Yeah, if I had the potato, I'd be great. Don't try to add a little bit of everything. Kind of pick a lane. Go with base damage, maybe one elemental, and then go crit. Or add a few elements. Don't try to do across the board everything. You won't have room. And don't try to max them out too early. Also, don't try to max out your mods every time, because you will be getting better and better mods the more you play the game, and you'll want to conserve some resources to devote toward those better mods. If your weapons are better, if you've already felt like you've done modding, but you're still going down a lot, it means your Warframe is the next piece. So I'm going to be making a video. I will be using Rhino, so I will see y'all in the next video.